Hello and welcome to what is now episode 7 of Need for Speed Road Challenge, and where I've now decided, because our next event has fewer races than what the next tournament event has, let's go back to the special events and do what I think is our 4th special event in this game, the Knockout Challenge. An expert series of races where the last place competitor in each event is eliminated from the tournament, leaving only the best driver to take home the winnings. So it's open entry. We also need to pay an entry fee of 10 grand, and it's basically winner takes all, so we don't necessarily need to win every single race, we just need to make sure we avoid finishing last. And if we do manage to win the challenge altogether, then we should have 45 grand in our pocket. And since I already have some upgrades on this thing, might as well purchase the final upgrade as well, just to basically make this car about as good as it'll get. I honestly don't think it's going to be any better than this, so before I get on with rambling, let's just get on with the event itself. So it's a 5-race championship. We begin at Landstraße, and it's also fair to say we have got quite a number of twists and turns yet to come in this championship. I think we start off with 6 cars, and then it basically just slowly but surely goes down to whoever the best 2 cars were in the campaign overall up to that point. At least whoever survived the first 4 races also gets to take part in the final race with a shot of potentially winning it all. So as I said before, we don't need to essentially win these races, we just need to avoid finishing last in each of them, and then maybe I will manage to score a win before this is out. But either way, or at least before we get to the last race, but hopefully, whilst I'm here at least, the best thing I'm really hoping for at this stage is survival, because that's basically the name of the game. Just trying to be consistent enough to not crash your car too much or get wrecked by what's in front of you. It's more or less a process of just trying to survive the first 4 races and then essentially getting through to the final round, whilst also putting your resources solely on staying out of last. I think 3rd position at the moment looks to be the best I can run, but either way, as I said before, I don't need to win the first 3 races or first 4 races in order to get through to the final round. I just need to avoid finishing last. And it is fair to say, at this stage of the race, I'm actually not doing a very bad job of it, because I'm currently running in 3rd, and if I can manage to at least stay on the podium for the first 4 races and then have a potential shot at winning it all in the final race, then that's pretty much all I need.
You're in 3rd place. It's the final lap.
Closing in on the BMW just up ahead of me. Nemesis leads the pack here at Landstraße. That could have easily been disaster there if I was not off the throttle. That could have easily been disastrous there, and I could have easily destroyed my car if I was not off the accelerator when going through those trees. And Bullet overshoots the corner, which hands me second position by default. I'd also like to say my Jag is now basically fully upgraded. I don't think it can get any better than it already is. Oh, hello. I did not think it was going to be that aggressive. That was literally a torpedo moment right there. I also have no idea why I just honked the horn, but... Oh, okay. That's not the horn. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I probably did have a shot of winning this race, but unfortunately it's not going to come to fruition because, well, Bullet basically just came down on my inside like a torpedo. I'm also pretty sure he definitely gave me a shot whilst we were going into the corner, because he certainly got into my rear, but either way, shouldn't matter too much because, well, as long as I stay on the podium for these first couple of races, then all I need to worry about is the last race. And that's it.
That's your best lap. You placed third.
Considering how that second lap went, I am not mad at all, to be completely honest. And Nemesis is driving a Jag. So it is fair to say this could very well be a battle of the Jags, dependent on knowing which Jag is going to be superior between the two of us. You know, the real irony of this whole thing is Jaguar finished first, third, and last in that race. But anyway, moving on.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track!
Yeah, I know. Yeah, this is definitely becoming a trend now. Oh, second best altogether. Well, still don't have the best overall lap time, but either way... What's important is, I advanced to the next round. So Ranger is out, 5 of us are left, Nemesis leads the charge ahead of Bullet and myself, Frost and Chump were the other 2 who made it through to the second round, as we now head over to Route Adomf, and where we are driving on the reverse variant. And not going to waste any of your time, just going to get on with the race itself and hope that whatever happens from here, I do manage to get some momentum. I'm also going to have to pause the camera for a moment whilst I correct the frame rate issue I'm now having all of a sudden. Do excuse me for a moment whilst I sort this out. I'll be RB. Okay, I think the issue has been resolved now. Hopefully, the issue has now been resolved. Yep, seems all good to me. Alright, let's continue. Alright then, so now that I have reset my laptop once again, just to make sure I can manage to get the frames back again, hopefully. We can now get back to the knockout. as I am currently running in 3rd position. This is more or less where I need to be, at least for the next 2 races, if I can think to make it through to the next 2 rounds whilst I'm here. And I can definitely say there is a battle for the lead, which is part of the reason why I'm closing in. Someone is also closing in on me. Really couldn't tell you who's closing in on me, but either way, doesn't matter, because as long as I can at least finish on the podium in these first couple of races, it'll certainly give me momentum to at least go into the final race with hope, regardless of how tricky it might be. But either way, I still want to try, goddammit. And that's precisely what God essentially created me for. To try these things without giving myself a bollocks in the process. But anyways, I have got through lap 1, I'm now closing in on Nemesis.
You're in 2nd place. It's the final lap.
And scraping the wall just a little bit there, but fortunately nothing too severe, as I'm now right behind Bullet, who was basically the guy who pile drove into me when we were battling for 2nd in the previous race. But as I said before, I didn't need to worry about beating him in these next couple of races, because, as I said before, this is just about avoiding last place. And hopefully by the time we do get to the last race, that will hopefully be when I get my moment to strike. If that moment comes at all. But anyway, I still cannot avoid scraping these walls at the moment, which is quite annoying. Oh, look at Frost go in the DB7. Well, that's quite a shock. Yeah, well, this car doesn't have very good braking, but at least I can say the handling is not as bad as the braking altogether. I'll be lucky if I can even get any money from this race after everything I just went through in this race. Well, gonna be 3rd, but either way, I'm
That's
okay
your
with it.
best lap. You placed 3rd.
I think that was Nemesis there. Oh, okay. So Chump got eliminated in the end of that one.
2,
And
1, go!
oh, I see. Okay. So Bullet was driving the BMW. Okay, I see now. He's probably got the best car here.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track.
But either way, doesn't matter, because I am through to the next round. And I set the 4th best overall lap time. Yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna move on. Regardless of how little money I'm gonna get from this. Anyways, on to Celtic Ruins for our 3rd race. Since I'm trying not to think about the damage that was inflicted in that previous race. But anyway, on to Celtic Ruins for what should be the halfway point of the knockout challenge. and where hopefully I can manage to hold on to the podium, since there are now only 4 of us left. So, here we go.
2, 1, go!
A little bit late there on the start, but either way, still able to get away as I normally would. Able to get the acceleration off the line, as we are now heading up these roads now. Just trying to keep a hold of my podium spot whilst I'm here, and not really doing a very good job at the moment. Did actually surprise me to see that Frost came through in his DB7 to eventually finish second in the previous race. And oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, okay. Well, I think my chances of making the next round have now been evaporated. So something tells me I'm going to have to start this over if I end up having another mistake like that. That's precisely the one thing I feared was going to happen. You know, I might have to change views here, just so I can see where the road is. And also because I actually need to know where the road goes from here and what's in front of me. So that's why I've switched to the bumper cam. Re-overtaking Frost now for 3rd position, and also closing in on Nemesis. I can definitely say the effects of that crash I had earlier will have a draconian effect on the prize money I get.
You're in 3rd place. It's the final lap.
But either way, I am running in 3rd. So hopefully, unlike the previous lap, I will not end up making a massive fuck up of myself when going through this part of the course. Whilst I'm just really trying to make sure I do not make any mistakes at this stage. But anyways, yeah. So Bullet is driving the BMW. Probably has the best car of all of us, but again, I have the tenacity to at least prove I can make a resurgence. I can at least say it is possible to catch back up to the AI, regardless of how much damage you might have inflicted. I've really had to work my ass off to get up to this point and have a shot of potentially taking 2nd here, as I am right behind Nemesis. Bullet is still the leader, and it looks as though he is now being challenged for that lead. I should have shifted up into 5th, oh well. Oh, he's on the brakes. He's slow. He's slow. I'm now up into 2nd position. Oh, come on, go for the lead, go for the lead, go for the lead, go for the lead. I am now in the lead here at Celtic Ruins, and on the reverse course, in spite of me wrecking out early, I am going to come away with a victory.
That's your best lap. You won the race.
A victory I probably didn't deserve, but either way, in spite of me winning this in a crashed race car,
3, 2,
I managed to get the results at the end of the day. Now That is resurgence right there. And it certainly took enough tenacity for me to do it. And also some luck.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track!
But anyways, that does put me in a good position for Kindiak Park, which is our next race, and in spite of me crashing early in that race, I somehow went nearly 6 seconds faster than my previous best time in the Jag. Although I'm going to assume part of the reason for that is because, well, yeah, I'm gonna lose some money, I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah, I've definitely lost some money as a result of that crash. But whatever, doesn't matter because I've got to win. I'm now the leader heading into Kindiak Park, and if I can at least finish this race in second and win at Durham Road, then the championship should be mine. So, let's get to it. 2 races left in the knockout challenge, and the frame rate issues have come back to bite me once again. Fuck. You know what? I think I'm just going to do the next race here at Kindiak Park and then just try and see if I can get the issue corrected before the finale.
3, 2, 1, go!
So, we have now just 2 races left here in the knockout challenge. I somehow managed to claw my way back to a win at Celtic Ruins, as you've just seen, but in the process, as a result of me having the big accident on the first lap, I actually lost some money from my purse as a result of the damage inflicted from that. And here comes the AI. But either way, I am still leading this thing, regardless. I'm also pretty sure Nemesis tried to die from me, but it just wasn't gonna work. Yeah, I've got no question now in saying there's going to be some damage inflicted before this race is over. I mean, things are really going to get chaotic from here. And I honestly don't know if I either will or won't survive this. I guess the only thing I can really do at this stage is just hold on to second and hope that whatever happens next time out at Durham, I can manage to walk away with the trophy. But anyway, off the final corner now and trying to see if I can catch back up to Nemesis, who is just up ahead of me, over the level crossing now.
You're in second place! It's the final lap!
And so begins our second circuit of Kindiak Park. Of course, I will admit, this circuit itself is quite a challenging one. And he is right behind me again. As I now move back up into the lead, I really cannot make any mistakes from here. Even if I do get hit from behind by either Nemesis or Bullet. I can definitely say these guys are relentless with how much they have been beating and banging with me all day here in the forest. But either way, I'm still in contention, and as long as I don't wreck myself in these last couple of corners and hold on to the lead, or at least come away with some sort of incentives, or with incentives of some sort, then it at least means my effort was not menial. Or mediocre, to say the least. No, second in the end, I'll take it.
That's your best lap! You place second!
Alright, I'm through to the final round, in spite of all the damage that was inflicted. So myself and Bullet are the two finalists.
1, go!
And I'm going to move on, because I want to make sure that my frame rate issues are fixed by the time I get on with recording the final round.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track!
Okay. Oh, third overall. I'm also pretty sure the damage is going to be worth more than my prize fund. I'll be amazed if it isn't. Oh, it isn't. Okay. Well, I still get less than 500 credits back. But anyways. Bullet and myself are the two finalists in the Knockout Challenge, as Durham Road is the venue for our last race in the Knockout Challenge. So all I can really hope for now is survival, basically. And just going to pause recording again so I can get the issue on my laptop fixed. Okay, so hopefully now, whatever issues I was having on my laptop a few minutes ago, hopefully those issues have been fixed now, and I can definitely say my car has been taking a battering throughout these races. Anyways, as I said before, myself and Bullet are the two finalists. It will be a battle of BMW versus Jaguar, arguably the best car going up against the worst car, but I've survived. I do have motivation, especially since I did manage to win at Celtic Ruins earlier, and hopefully now I can be ready to win. I did not make any guarantees, but hopefully winning the final race is doable. And that's also if we don't have to deal with any traffic on the road. Hopefully we don't, but I'm obviously not going to be overconfident in my estimations. I'm also going to need to do some grinding before the next event. That's one thing I know for sure.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here we are then at Durham Road. This is probably one of my best tracks in the game in terms of results. I'm also pretty sure there is definitely going to be some contact before this race is out, I guarantee it. As we are also driving on the mirrored course, and oh fuck me. That's precisely what I did not want to happen. You know, I almost wonder if I should have purchased a different car for this, but ultimately didn't. Well, at least I can say he's not pulling too far ahead of me, so I do have a shot at this thing, potentially, if I can manage to keep my head down long enough. fuck you. And that's all. Somehow, in spite of me scraping it, I'm out in front. I'm also pretty sure there's going to need to be some grinding for me to do before going into the next race.
You're in the lead. It's the final lap.
Oh, well that's a new one. Well, hopefully if I can manage to get through this without this race being a total Mad Max fest, maybe I can manage to somehow win this race. In spite of me basically having to fight this thing as if I'm fighting a war. But anyways, one race is all I need, and hopefully, because this is decided purely on elimination, whoever wins this battle will officially win the war. And hopefully, whoever does get the war victory, that person will be me. Because Bullet made a huge mistake at the start of lap 2, and that basically handed the lead off to me, essentially. But again, I cannot afford to be arrogant at this stage. Of course, I know I've made more than my fair share of mistakes at this stage, but hopefully, regardless of the battle scars I've sustained up to this point, hopefully my car will be good enough to win, and yes it is.
That's your best lap. You've won the race.
I win both the battle and I win the damn war. Because let me just say, that was definitely a war.
3, 2,
if there's any word for me to use in the simple context of describing what that race was like. It was definitely a war. But it shouldn't matter too much because, well, I ended up winning the war. Okay, so no problems so far at least. Oh yeah, that was pretty significant. Well, I think I'm just gonna let the thumbnail images continue on for a little bit longer, and then afterwards that should probably do it, the way I see it. Just trying to see if I can get anything reasonable. Although I think I probably did get one of my best shots when I was in town. But anyways, through the tunnel now, and I do move up into the lead here. This is where I did take the lead, I think permanently if I'm not mistaken, because, well... Oh, wait a minute. Is Bullet driving a BMW or is he driving an M5? I'll have to go back and look at the results. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the results. Oh, he was driving a Jag. Okay. Well...
You're in the lead! It's the final lap!
I'll get this replay to go for a little bit longer, and then afterwards we can move on to the prize money. Still, I did not think Bullet was going to make that much of a catastrophic error at the end of the day. But anyway, we all make mistakes. Okay, that should probably do it now. I've probably got more than enough footage now to get my thumbnail shot, whichever one I choose to use.
Congratulations! You've got a top time for this track!
But there we go. The knockout challenge is complete on my first attempt. And I now occupy the top 8 spots at Durham Road. And most of those times I set were in the Pontiac. And gonna lose some money, but either way I don't care because I still win the championship. And I only recently noticed Bullet was driving a Jag.
Congratulations! You have won the gold trophy!
So there we go. Another event is down. It sucks to say I did lose some money as a result of the damage that was inflicted over those races, but it doesn't matter because regardless of how many scars I got, I won the battle when it mattered most, and as a result, I won the war. You have won the Knockout Challenge Gold Trophy and claimed the winnings. Now test your skills in the Open Road Knockout competition. I will. But there's something else I need to do first. And it's also going to require me to do some more grinding. Well, at least I can say I got a big prize pot in the end of that event, because if I didn't, then well, I would have been sad. But either way, it doesn't matter, because regardless of the scars that were inflicted, I still managed to win the war. And so, there we go. The knockout challenge is complete. I'm also going to need to do some grinding before the next event, just so I can get the upgrades I need, because our next event is the Grand Touring Competition, and where if we win that, we get a total of 110 grand. But anyways, before then, the knockout challenge is done, and next up will be the Grand Touring Competition. And so with that, stay tuned for more of NFS RC.